I was really feeling great about this event. I don't think I ever felt that good about any online event that we have done so far. We had a great following on a bunch of medias that Liberland was broadcasting this on, and we had a bunch of people inside of Metaverse, despite some of the technical glitches. But again, it's the first time we're actually running this technology, so I think it's a great success. But one of the things that didn't work, and you didn't even notice, was that. Actually, Vanya, I would say promoted director here for the local operation, who has been cheered in the chat number of times, as I could see in the Zoom. He couldn't really do his presentation, and now he was a bit shy to do it. So I just decided to do it for him, because I'm trying to keep things in balance. Where Liberland is a multi-tasking kind of platform in which you really need multiple things to come together in order to build a country. So I'm pushing on different fronts, and one of them is actually strong presence also here next to Liberland or in Liberland. And there are a couple of projects that you should know about before we conclude this presentation, where you can actually participate in something physical outside of Metaverse. And by the way, I'm really excited about the future of Metaverse. I believe there is a future. It can be bigger than the physical country itself. But again, we're not giving up on the physical presence like somebody suggested. We are actually going to take over both worlds. So let me share a screen with you, if you allow me, for, let's say, 5 minutes to show you a couple of screens of what we're doing locally that Liberlanders can join. One of the very important things aside of the Metaverse is actually the free zone, which Liberland companies can enjoy now. We are having presence in free trade zone, no ESAT, there is no VIP, no import-export customs. People can actually utilize our marketplace to do the trades. And Serbia is very open to the rest of the world. So it has free trade agreements with many countries which normally don't. And so for us, running this free trade zone inside of Serbia is almost as good as running business directly from Liberland. And we really need to have a strong business presence in both countries, both Croatia and Serbia, before we can make a substantial move and open up discussion with Croatia. So for us, it's an important thing to do, is have a strong presence. And this is the free trade zone in Apatin, which is 1/3 of the size of Liberland, but we can actually fill it up with Liberland businesses in near future. And we are now discussing a production of solar panel company, production of fridges with solar panels, companies that would like to do chocolate and many other stuff, also a robotics company. So there are many things that are moving forward in this regard, and I just wanted to let you know. So it's actually much smaller than Liberland. It's 122 hectares. So, but Liberland is 700 hectares, but it's a similar size of pocket on the Serbian side of the river. This is our building, like a headquarters that we're building right now for these businesses here. This is the Liberland market, which is an eBay-like organization for Liberland businesses. So you can, when you start your business, you can sell stuff. You can actually use Stripe. You can use even PayPal. You can use, I think, 40 different cryptocurrencies to do business there. And you can do all of that without customs, and we can send it on your behalf through this Liberland market, or that's what Vanya takes care of. It's not really governmental organization, but I think it's important part of the story, really, that we have a strong business presence here in Serbia, and that's how we are doing it. We have also now a trademark of Visit Liberland, so that's one of the things which we are pushing forward. It's, again, a non-governmental activity. We don't have a Ministry of Trade, but we're going to make sure that Liberland is easily accessible. There are various ways to approach it. Right now, tomorrow, for example, we're taking Liberty to Liberland. We will park it over there with the journalists. We will actually set food on Liberland very likely tomorrow as well. And we need to have much more of these objects. We are already organizing weddings on it, which were quite nice, but we're actually in the process of building these houseboats that we want to park next to Liberland, and we want to do it this summer. So we're looking for more people that would like to actually start their business. And there is a great story to it. Danube itself is protected international waterway. That means whenever you actually have a boat with some international flag on the Danube River, you are protected like you are on outer sea, like what previous speakers were talking about cruises, medical cruises. This is something that can be actually done on Danube, which is very exciting because you don't have to travel some 15 nautical miles outside of the territorial zones of country. You can actually do it on houseboats on Danube, and this is what we want to do. We want to do similar thing with Bitcoin Freedom, which we want to park next to Liberland very soon. And we are building this village, which I mentioned, which has a physical space very close to Liberland. It's 15 hectares of land that we want to develop into the initial settlement of Liberlanders as close as possible to Liberland on the Serbian side of the river. And those are a couple more pictures from it, a couple more proposals. And those are actually houses that you can already go and buy and Airbnb them. So that's something which we would really like people to stay at during the next Floating Man Festival. So if you're interested in that, just contact Vanya. We are right now in this restaurant, which we're fixing. That was the seat of the Floating Man, which is right next to these houses. We had a very nice event here for the cruise 2 weeks ago. And we are also launching these festivals. And I really believe we need to get up to 5,000 people in Liberland as part of this festival to make the settlement of Liberland reality. So it's a challenging thing, but I think it's completely doable and we're on the right track right now. So I would welcome you to visit Liberland at some point in the future. Again, the Floating Man Festival on 13th of August is probably the best opportunity. I hope to see you there.